didn't think
right?
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't on. You bared your soul and let it go.
And I was like way uncomfortable too. I was like, okay.
Yeah, we just had what? You weren't uncomfortable.
A little bit. I get to that point where I say too much and then I'm all, did I just say that out loud?
What's too much?
I don't know. Life in general, it's funny. Hey!
Hey, Blue Table fans! They're like, what?
I know.
What the what?
Yeah.
So Shannon's like, you want to do a morning show? I'm like, I've got so much to do. She's like, morning show.
I didn't really say that because, like, if we can make it a quick one, we can do it. But I'm really stressed out right now. Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
You're more forward than I am now.
Oh yeah, and we got to put our heads into perspective. So my giant, beet red Conan O'Brien noggin doesn't look.
You don't have the hair that he has, though. Yeah.
Well, and
why are you shaking?
I don't know. No, I've always had that. You know what's weird? Is I shake. Is that unusual? Put your hand up. Am I shaking more than you? You're shaking a little bit too.
All right.
I'm not shaking more than you. Look.
Yeah, you are.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I got the trimmers.
Oh,
so yeah, but whenever I pick up a brush, my hand steadies. It's the weirdest thing.
Really? Because you're focused, maybe.
I am focused on something.
Yeah.
I think your body overcompensates.
Right. You're shaking somewhere else.
All right, let's give the fans some news or stories.
Okay. Dar, you're gonna have to go first.
Am I?
My stories are like stupid. Like...
But it's banal. It's every day. That's what the morning show's about.
Okay.
Everyday stuff is now news.
All right. So my news
They don't know better by now.
The snow. Oh my gosh, the snow that we've gotten this winter. No, it's not. Yes, it's. Oh my gosh, again.
Snow.
I wake up this morning and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
seriously, I hear it snowing. You can hear it snowing by the time you get to this point because there's so much snow.
Yeah.
Go outside. It's just a white winterland. That's all it is.
Flappity flap.
Yeah, it's crazy. I would say we've gotten like a foot in the last like 12 hours when you say
yeah.
Easy. Like and last.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, 48 hours we've probably gotten 2 feet. So. It's crazy. I'm so glad that my little brother lives with me because he shovels.
He's shoveling it.
He shovels, thank gosh.
Shoveling it.
Yeah.
I get the kids up. I give them mercy till about 8 a.m. And then I'm like, it's time to get up.
Yeah.
And they're good. They all get on there. My 7-year-old son has a little tiny snow shovel. It's like 2.5 feet, a plastic one, And he goes and he just cleans up the little, trails that are kind of left on the side of the snow shoveling. And I love this. We got a shovel for each member of the family, and it's great. It's a family event. We all go out there, and we have like our little system, and we do it really. I'm just like, wow, this is great.
Do you do it?
So
do you
quick.
shovel?
Oh, I love it.
Do you?
Well, I'm under mental stress.
Right.
Constantly.
Well, that's what I use.
So to go out and shovel snow,
yeah.
It's like. Okay, this is my only thing I have to deal with now.
Right.
It's quantifiable,
yeah.
and this is what I'm doing. I'm shoveling snow.
The other night, I had a really hard night with my daughter. She wouldn't go to bed. We were fighting, and it was a really tough night. And so I was like, I'm just going to go outside and shovel. And everybody's like, oh, I can go do that for you. I'm like, no, I need to go throw some snow around, you know? And it was good therapy.
And sometimes I'm shoveling, and I know I've told the kids to get on their boots and get out here.
Right.
And they're not, and it's like, it's been 10 minutes.
Right.
It's been 15 minutes, and I'm like, I'm thinking, here's the new game. I'm going to put a timer on, and if you're not out in 4 minutes, I'm going to take that giant pile of snow and come inside with it. I'm coming for you.
Don't go inside with it.
And then just right in the bed. Bam.
Oh, that's horrible.
Crap.
Don't do that. Because then I think about your poor wife who has to clean that up.
I think you're thinking about straight there.
Yeah.
You'd be like, why is their bed so
I know.
wet?
And then she's
cold.
wiping it up. And,
yeah, that's true. That's
Sean!
and it's cruel. So, not going to do that.
See, I cut out Xbox. That's a big thing. If I cut out Xbox, Quentin learns. He does not mess around next time. He's
Mommy
like,
just goes, or do you take the controller?
I've taken the whole console before and put it in my room.
And then, was it a surprise? Like he comes home and then finds out?
No, he always knows. In fact, I actually make him do it, because then it's more of a punishment.
Oh, that's
He has to unplug it and then put it in my room, That's a big punishment, so.
That's fantastic. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All the kids kind of respond to different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love getting home. I love being a husband and I love being a father. It's great. I can't get enough. I get home, the kids are great. We're watching YouTube videos this morning. Just all, family togetherness in the
appropriate
year
YouTube videos, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. So there's some bad stuff on there sometimes.
Yeah.
So we've been dealing with a lot of sicknesses at our house. I don't know how you guys have been.
Wow, isn't this great? Aren't you here for your daily dose of cheerfulness?
I know. Well,
let's talk about snow, child discipline, and illness.
This isn't bad. This is just life right now.
This is day to day.
I hear, that this season for like colds and flus and stuff has been almost
bad.
epidemic. Like it's just so bad this year.
Red X.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
So my daughter was sick for like 2 weeks. She got sick, went to the ER, blah, 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 horribleness. We'll skip past all of that. They put her on antibiotics because apparently she had something, and then she didn't have it. So then she got an allergic reaction to the antibiotics. So she was literally sick for like 2 weeks, and it was the worst thing ever. So now she's better, though. But yeah, so now my son's sick. He's like, Mom, I just don't feel good. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so it just keeps going around. Like people have had it like 2 or 3 times in their house.
That's what I've noticed.
Yeah. Like the same thing, like 2 or 3 times.
Now we're getting sick again.
But you think most of the time it goes through and you get it once, your whole family gets it once,
That's
and then
right.
you're good.
Then
you're good,
That's the maximum.
2 or 3 times this year is
season.
what I'm seeing with some people. Yeah. So that kind of is crappy. I don't know if you guys are dealing with that or if we're the only state that's dealing with this lovely illness.
Good old Utah.
Yeah, with all of our snow. But no, I hear like other places are way crazy too, like back east and stuff. The snow and storms and stuff. Not fun. I'm ready to go where it's warm. I want to go on a cruise. Doesn't that sound amazing right now?
Well, yeah, definitely.
Somewhere
sounds
warm.
good.
Yeah.
And not have to.
I hear Vegas is like 65 right now. That sounds nice.
That's interesting.
Yeah. 5 hours away and they're a whole 40, 50 degrees more than us. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Like it's hitting 40 here, and we're like, oh, it's so warm.
Yeah, like I'm in a jacket
It's
today.
light jacket.
I don't
weather.
even have a coat on, and it's
That's
still
pretty
like
bad.
really cold though. But yeah.
That is pretty bad.
Yeah. But it's been in the negatives here though. I mean, we've
Oh,
had
yeah.
single digits during the day.
Oh yeah.
And then negatives at night. So
Like those temperatures
30 degrees right now. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so warm
it's 30
outside.
degrees. What? That is awesome.
Yeah, I'll take it at this point. It's pretty bad though. And the drivers, they're crazy. I always do this in our morning show.
Could we have one morning
No,
show
I don't
where you
think
don't
so.
complain
I
about
don't
the
think
drivers?
so. Because they're crazy. They're absolutely insane. So we had this ice storm a little while ago. You remember this craziness. So it rained. And so everything on flat surfaces just turned to ice. I mean, it was so cold and it rained. And so everything was just ice. And they shut down the airport. They closed the freeway in Salt Lake because there were so many accidents that they had to clear it out for like a half hour or an hour. It was crazy. And there was like, between here and Orem, which is like 20 minutes north, there was over 10 accidents at one point in time.
Yeah, what happened is it rained, like a light rain, and then it flash froze the whole thing.
Yeah.
Into literally an ice, like I was trying to like just take a walk around the block, and I had to come back after like 80 feet. Because I kept like...
So it was the best day for videos though, because like on Facebook, all of my friends, like, there were some people who were like sledding down their driveway because it was just straight ice, so they were just sledding. Another friend of mine, she posted a video of her neighbor. She was just recording, all these people walking down her street because they were just skiing literally down the street because it was so ice. And this guy, he like got out of his car and he was walking to the back of it, and his driveway went down behind his car, and he just slipped and went wee all the way down this driveway because it was just straight up ice. I've never seen anything like it. It was crazy, but it was super fun to watch all the videos of all the people. Yeah.
It was really something.
You're for weird weather, I'd say. This winter has been worse than any winter I remember, actually.
Yeah, it's been really, really cold. Cold and snowy.
Really cold and a lot of snow.
It's cold out there every day, campers. Groundhog's Day?
No.
Nothing? Okay.
No. Didn't come to mind.
Strike up, na 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 na.
That's a great movie, though. I do like that movie.
Band of polka.
No.
Yep.
Bill Murray's awesome, though.
Yep.
you?
No, I love that movie. I love that movie.
Isn't Groundhog's Day like in February?
Yeah, February 2nd.
Okay, sweet.
2/2.
Yeah. Curious to see what he says.
Yeah, we're homeschooling our kids, as you know, and that's going extremely well. I don't know how to describe it. We just have this really real, strong sense of family togetherness, and yeah, this is like the most pathetic morning show ever. Seriously, I normally have like stories and
I'm
stuff.
like carrying this one. This never
You are
happens.
carrying it. Well, I watched our last one and I was like, wow, I talk a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm finally having that revelation.
You always have. You know,
well,
it's
if I stop and I just like, okay, you go. People are like, they don't carry. It's like you're talking over this person.
When does that happen?
They're not.
I don't know.
It happens all the time.
Not with me.
With Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie. You can't even get that kind of time where you're like poking him.
Oh, you know what I want to talk about that's business related? Is the trade program.
It's
getting good. It's getting good. It started, as you may recall, it started with me, like on Thursdays, I'd be like, hey, we're short for the week. Let me just pull all this stuff out.
Right.
Like, it was Daddy's stash. If you go back and look at the old videos, I have there's these shelves with all just my personal stuff on it. Right? Things that I thought were neat, and I just kind of put it up there. And then I would clear it out once in a while, maybe once every 2 or 3 months.
Right.
And then I started with the, what was it called? The treasure trove sales.
Right.
Remember where you put them all out, we do like sticky notes.
We have a lot of like
this is lot 325.
Armies, right.
And so we got our web store going, and our web store's looking sharp, it's organized. Oh yeah, more. And now we're up to lot 3,500 or something like that. And I only set up the system to go to 10,000.
Right.
And so that's going to get blown through this year for sure.
Well, and you know what's crazy is we keep getting so many emails like, hey, I have all this stuff I want to trade in. And it's good stuff. Like within the last week, because I always read through it because I'm nosy. And so I was like, ooh, what is this?
And in Shannon's defense, she sorts the emails.
I sort the emails. So
Shannon
I put them when I
reads
need
like
to go.
every email.
It's not just that I'm nosy. I actually need to know where it goes. But a lot of times
she's a little nosy.
A little bit. I'd like to know what's going on.
I'm curious too. I look at them and then I mark them as unread.
Yeah, so I look at them and I'm like, ooh, this is going to be a good seller. But there's a lot of good things coming through just even within the last week. So you guys really should watch what's going on there.
Rami, I almost said. That's kind of messed up. I want Robbie to be my mommy.
I said Ronnie.
Ronnie? Oh, that would make more sense. But no, that's not what I said. I said Rami.
Okay.
So anyway,
poor Robbie.
Poor Robbie. He's awesome. That guy's got the life of Riley. All he needs is a woman.
You know, I kind of have made it my life mission to like get him out of his shell. You know, and he's a tough one though. He is. Yeah. He's just so quiet and so sweet and so just nice.
Well, and I don't think he's in his shell. I think
that's just him.
He's being himself.
That's just him. And, so I poke and I prod and I try to get things out of him and stuff, and it's good. He now will banter back and forth with me just a little bit, but it's more than what he would do. Yeah. That guy really has like no pet peeves or anything.
Oh.
Because I try to do things and I'm like, does this bug you? He's like, not really. I was like, what bothers you? That's what I do. I bug him and try
Robbie
to see what
Robbie is very zen.
Yeah.
He's very zen.
You know, and what a way to live. Like I wish I could be more like that guy because
that's what we were talking about before I turned the camera on.
Yeah.
Because normally I just turn it on and like but we started kind of talking and I was like, yeah, I can't record this.
No, it was personal.
But it was well, it was about, what do you want out of life and, how is it
we could even talk about that because here's my life, okay?
Yeah.
I live in chaos all the time. And
I always... Give me an example. I don't know what that looks like.
Okay, so...
You seem together to me.
Do I?
Yeah. Well, you pay your rent. You're in the same place.
Right.
You're managing both
it's a responsible chaos, I guess. But I always have like a full plate, no matter what. Whether I'm working 80 hours a week or 40, my life is the same fullness. You know what I mean? So I always have this going on, this going on, this going on. And it never seems to...
for yourself.
Well, it never lightens up. And so I always think, when we're done doing this, then I'll have more free time. Well, no, because then something else starts or, gets put on my plate. So I never actually free any time up. It just gets replaced by other stuff. So I'm wondering lately if that's just how I deal well with life is in chaos. Is that is that how, what's good for me is that I'm good going from here to here to here and doing this and doing that, you know? And I think so, because it never actually clears up. It just manifests itself into the same amount of hours of things that I do. So, yeah, I don't know. So I wonder what my life would look like. I mean, I have a lot of friends and stuff who are stay-at-home moms, you know, and that's their life. You know, they take care of their children, they have dinner for their husbands when they get home, and that's their life. I don't think I could live that way because my life would be so boring to me because I live in such chaos, you know, where I'm here, there, I'm everywhere, that I just don't know if I could do it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You'd invent a different...
I would have more
Well,
things
for
on my
the
plate.
longest time, so Tammy and I have been married 18 years, and that's right, I can go the distance. So we married 18 years, we had kids for 13 years, and since McKenna was born, Tammy has not had a job outside the home.
Right.
And for the longest time, I had a hard time understanding what she was doing all day.
Right.
But the fact is, there's a lot to do, and you do fill it up with it. Tammy, you know, she makes soup for people that are ill or injured. You know, and
well,
she
not even to mention just taking care of the kids, because, well, especially now that the kids are home, she's homeschooling them.
And then she gets into bed and plays Bejeweled on her Kindle for 5 hours. No, I don't know.
Mama's got to have some breaks.
That's
Last night we were all completely fried at my house. I don't know what it was, but everybody was in bed before 8 o'clock, and that never happens. And so, yeah, it was like 7:30, and I'm like, you guys, I think we should get ready for bed, you know, because we were like all passing out on the couch and stuff. And Quentin's like, you always just want to go to bed. I was like, because I'm exhausted, you know.
That's
So
right.
I go in bed and I watch my shows, laying in bed. Well, why not, you know?
Oh, that's awesome. No, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You know, I
Like
have a strange
after I
schedule.
put my kids to bed, that's when it's like mommy time, you know.
Yeah.
I usually catch up, like I do laundry and stupid stuff like that, you know, that just has to be done because people need clean clothes, I guess. But
The Chileans have a word for it. It's called lo cotidiano. Cotidiano means,
Lo
I don't know.
cotidiano?
I'm sure there's an English equivalent.
Isn't
It's
loco crazy?
No. Lo means the, I guess.
Okay.
Or one way of saying. Anyway, it's your daily stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of your repetitive measures, the banal part of.
Which I really just want to.
I love it. I love it.
You love the daily stuff?
I do.
I want a maid.
I'm excited about. Oh yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Dude,
to
I
automate
want
this
somebody
stuff?
to do my
Automate the
dishes,
drudgery.
do my laundry, like just the small, tedious stuff that.
It's called having kids.
Yeah, and it sucks. That part sucks because there's.
What, having kids?
No, like the laundry, the dishes, the
Yeah,
things
but,
that accumulate because of that.
For example, I have a 13-year-old and an 11-year-old.
Right.
I don't do that. I haven't taken out the trash in like 2 years.
I haven't taken out the
I
trash.
taught my eldest son to do it.
Right.
This is how you do it.
But see,
And
my son
now
still
I just
sucks at
say
the
take
dishes.
out all the trash in the entire house.
Yeah, he's no good at dishes yet, though. There's still spots on him and food, and you know.
Well,
Yeah.
At that age you do get idiosyncrasies.
Right. So
All
that
right,
doesn't work
that's
out well.
interesting.
But yeah.
So.
I
yeah,
did have him start doing laundry. I taught him how to do laundry the other day.
That's right.
Yeah. He does his laundry and the towels and stuff. So.
Yeah. My daughter, she does all that. Cinderella. But she's getting off easy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Do you
we should
pay
be
your
getting
kids
her up
for
at
chores?
7. We've split it. There's chores you do because you're part of the family, and then there's jobs, which are extra stuff they can do, and Tammy has like a pay chart.
Gotcha.
So our kids can always get money
Right.
from that. It's my 7-year-old son who's the businessman.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He gets a little upset when his money starts to run low.
Yeah.
Like he stashes it and counts it. You see him on the floor. He's like Scrooge McDuck.
When I was
He's
over
counting
here,
all his coins and his dollar bills. You know, he's like, Dad, I have $17.32. And you know, and both of my boys, I'm so proud of them. They can both do math in their heads.
That's good.
Yep.
I was over at your house and Griffin was talking to me about his money and stuff, and he was on it. Yeah, pretty on it with his money.
That's right.
Yeah.
They can do calculation. My eldest son can do percentages in his head.
Really?
Yep. I can say, what's this percent of this? And he can.
I can't even do
He
that.
sits there and he thinks, but he chunks it out. Then I ask him, well, how did you do that? And he's using math strategies in his head. Just natural stuff. It's really, it's amazing.
That's cool.
And I find family and marriage exciting. And today my wife and I went out with a business associate slash friend, the Legal Shield gal, right? And so and she just came down to see us, just to go out to lunch. I'm like, that's great. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, I'm just going to go out to lunch with these people.
Yeah, that was cool.
And so, so we talked to her about whatever it is. We talked to her about business a lot, actually. And so sometimes when someone shows up kind of out of the blue, I take that as a, I guess God, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a sign.
A sign from God?
But just, no, I'd say a chance to break out of rigid thinking. And so we're talking to her, and I'm like, all right, well, here's my issue right now. And I'm like, okay, now, intuitively, tell me what the solution is to this. Just tell me. Don't think it. Don't lead up to it. Just tell me what the solution is. And that is great, because if people actually barf something out, boy, it could be something good.
Yeah.
It could be extremely insightful. You know, because I'm kind of in what we're talking about before we came on camera is, you know, play it safe versus risk taking. You know, kind of. Well, how do I want to run it? And yeah, and she was like, nature is all about growth.
Do you want to play it safe, but do you want to play it boring? Is kind of what it sounds like.
Right, but see, for me, I'm to the point where the boring thing is exciting.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
It just, I guess it depends on where you are, and it won't always be that way.
Right.
Like, well, think of how. See, you guys have followed along. How much excitement have I had in the last 5 years?
Yeah.
A lot. Traveling around, you know, getting on a plane with Marketing Rob and going for 3 days to Gen Con with, like, not even knowing where the convention center was.
Well, and Rob was new. We didn't even know if we liked him fully yet.
Right. Well, and that trip was like, you know, we really got to see, you know, when you're traveling with someone and they're stressed out, that's when you get to see what they're like.
Was he stressed out?
No, he actually travels very well.
Were you stressed out?
Oh, yes. And I don't travel well. But I was on really good behavior that trip.
Good.
I was on good behavior. I'm starting to travel better.
Good.
But yep. It's back to the hobbit hole for me.
Really?
I think, yeah. Well, but if you think about it, if you compare what I've been doing, it's like so far above the regular thing, I think. Okay. You know, in terms of excitement. Oh, okay. She just shot me down with, okay. Okay, what else, Sean?
Well, I don't think you don't travel that much. You don't do...
Well, you don't have to travel to have excitement.
No.
Have big plans.
Okay, that's where I thought you were going, so I was like,
no. I don't equate travel with excitement necessarily.
I think traveling can be exciting.
Well, anyway.
No,
I'm saying, I'm not dialing it back to where I'm going to be unemployed.
Right.
You know, I'm just dialing it back to, I guess I'm dialing it back to a sane level.
Right.
Basically. Right. Just for this year or until I kind of catch my second wind and I get cracking again.
That makes sense.
On career, because I still have big plans.
Yeah.
2012 was a year where I made up my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I was like, if I could have it, great exercise, by the way, and difficult, more than you might think. If I could have things any way I wanted in life, how would they be? And I lay in bed and I think about it for like an hour. I imagine how I did October 2016 to July 2017 of what my life is gonna look like. Yeah. Yep. What does it look like? So there you go.
That's really planning ahead.
And it's easy to give up. Don't give up on your dreams, folks. Don't give up on your dreams. Well, anyway. All right. Well, we petered out. I think that's it. Unless you have something else.
No. Just cold, icy. Stay safe, everybody out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what can we say? Everyone's kind of burrowed into their hobbit holes.
Well, winter's a good time for hibernation. I've noticed that, like, I catch up on my movies and my shows, and we're more homebound.
Hold on. What is a show? Your show? You sound like an old lady.
I know I do. I love my shows. I really watch some lame shows. You guys want to hear this?
Name the least. No, name the most lame one. What's the one that you're most embarrassed to admit that you watch it?
Probably Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's pretty good, though.
Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of cheesy and lame, and it's so
on
gay.
Netflix, though.
Yeah, so I started watching watching it on Netflix, and then I actually like caught up, and then I had to watch it on TV, you know, every week. So, and then I watched Sons of Anarchy. Have you ever seen that one?
I know of it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. So actually, one of the Derby teams, the new ones that they got, is Daughters of Anarchy.
Oh.
So yeah, a little twist on the name
That's
there.
great.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Derby. We're crazier than normal.
I think you have to be a little bit crazier. By the way, our season's starting, so you're going to get more Derby stories coming on here.
So you're still going for it?
I'm out right now because I had a knee injury. I don't know if you guys know this. So
yeah,
I've been out since October, and so I'll be back in March. So yeah, brutal.
That's a long way.
But you know, I didn't have surgery, so yay me! I actually healed it with my chiropractor and my massage therapist. So I went that route instead of doing surgery. Yeah, it's stronger now than it ever would be with surgery, so I'm pretty excited about it.
That's
so
good.
I'll be back in March. More stories to come, but yes, I'm still in it. Yeah, I'm like one of the old ladies now, though. I feel like we've gotten a lot of new young girls, so it's interesting. But we have over 90 people in our league right now. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's amazing.
I know.
Happy Valley Derby Darlings.
Yeah, so check us out if you guys want to and follow us. It's kind of fun. So.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in, folks.